In the heart of winter, a remote village nestled between snow-capped mountains awaited the arrival of the midnight train. This train, known for its punctuality, was the lifeline for the villagers, bringing supplies and news from the outside world. Yet tonight, an eerie fog cloaked the village, adding an air of mystery to the otherwise serene landscape. At the station, Samuel, the station master, stood with his lantern. His daughter, Lily, clung to his side, eyes wide with anticipation and a hint of fear. The clock ticked loudly, each minute echoing through the cold night. "It should be here any minute," Samuel muttered, glancing at the tracks disappearing into the fog. Suddenly, a distant whistle pierced the silence, followed by the rhythmic chugging of the train. Lily's grip tightened on her father's coat. As the train emerged from the fog, its appearance seemed different. The engine looked older, almost ancient, and the lights flickered ominously. The train screeched to a halt, and the doors slid open. To their surprise, no passengers disembarked. Instead, a tall, shadowy figure stepped out, dressed in a long, dark coat. He tipped his hat to Samuel and Lily. "Evening," he said, his voice deep and unsettling. "I have a package for the village." Samuel took the package, feeling its weight and the strange warmth it emitted. The figure turned back to the train, but before boarding, he paused. "Beware the shadows," he whispered, vanishing into the carriage. The train doors closed, and with a shudder, it disappeared back into the fog. Samuel and Lily hurried home, the package clutched tightly in his arms. Once inside, they placed it on the table. "What do you think it is?" Lily asked, her voice trembling. Samuel hesitated, then carefully unwrapped the package. Inside was an ornate box covered in strange symbols. He lifted the lid, revealing a glowing, pulsating orb. Suddenly, the room grew colder, and the lights flickered. Shadows danced along the walls, twisting and writhing as if alive. The orb's glow intensified, casting an eerie light. "We must return it," Samuel said, his voice firm. "This is not meant for us." Grabbing the orb, they rushed back to the station, the shadows following them. As they reached the tracks, the fog thickened and the train reappeared, seemingly out of nowhere. The doors opened and the shadowy figure stood there, waiting. Without a word, Samuel handed him the orb. The figure nodded. "You did well," he said, stepping back into the train. The doors closed, and with a final, mournful whistle, the train vanished into the night. Samuel and Lily stood in silence, the fog lifting and the village returning to its peaceful state. They knew they had narrowly escaped a great danger, learning that some mysteries are best left unsolved. The midnight train, ever punctual, would return. But from that night on, the villagers would always remember the shadows that lurked within the fog.